Hey guys, Jason here with Timber Ninja Outdoors. I'm going to bring you another gear review video. We're going to be talking about packs, and we're going to be talking about the new pack that I'm using this year, which is an Exo Mountain K3 4800. I've used the Exo Mountain products for a few years ago. I used the K2 3500, and I use it for a lot of my mountain whitetail hunts. I use it for my trips out west and also to Alaska. With 3500, I was able to get by with 7 to 8 nights in the field for early season elk. And I was carrying all my food, water, and all my gear, tent, and stuff like that. But it was getting a little bit packed. I needed a little bit more space. And if I'd have been hunting any, like longer, in the fall or anything like that out west where I needed some more layers, that 3500 really wouldn't have got me by. And which is, they came out with the 4800 with this new K3, and it really gives me enough space to do all that, and also allows me to pack all my stuff for mountain whitetail hunting. The reason I use a frame style backpack for most of my whitetail hunts is because I do hunt, fairly deep up, a few miles, up to 3 miles, and I also do some overnight hunts where I pack in and stay for a night or two. So it allows me to do that. And the beauty of this pack is even when you don't have stuff loaded in it, it compresses down so it doesn't take up as much space. Now, does somebody need to be using a frame pack if they're hunting 250 yards from the truck? Not necessarily. But when you do have a frame style pack, it does help distribute any weight. So if you're packing in 25 to 30 pounds, it does distribute that weight better having a frame, and allows you to carry the weight on your hips. So I was going to go through a few features and benefits of this pack, talk a little bit about some of the differences between the K2 and the K3, and also just kind of show you how I pack my whitetail setup. So I personally like to have my sticks on the side. Right now I have two 24-inch sticks. I don't usually hunt more than 2 to 3 sticks high anyway. But you can get 2 on each side, no problem. I like it better. It just keeps it more slim than putting it over here, because I still can have access to any of my compartments. Like if I need a rain layer, or I need to take off a layer and stash it or something like that, I'm able to do that without having to take my sticks off, because you do have the choice that you can use these straps here to pack your sticks on the front. But I just found that I like putting them on the side. So I'm going to show you what else I do with it. So essentially, these side straps is what I use to hold my sticks on. There's 2 of those. So pop those off. And then what I like to do to keep everything efficient and compact is I'll put either my tree stand or saddle platform or whatever right here against the meat shelf, and that allows it to be compact. Slide that there. So one of the things they changed on this pack, which is a really good feature for efficiency, is previously you essentially had to take your lid or brain or whatever you want to call it off to detach your bag from your frame. But they've included these nice little Velcro attachments now, so where you don't have to do that. You don't have to take the bag off anymore. So you just essentially pull it up. If you're not wanting to use your meat shelf, you can do it that way. That was a really cool feature they added between the K2 and the K3. I personally just leave mine off all the time. That way I don't have to mess with it at all, because your straps, when you have everything tightened down, will keep your bag tight against your meat shelf. So on your meat shelf, you have some straps here. So if you're hauling meat, or if you have some extra gear, like if you have a dry sack and put some extra gear in it, or food or something like that, you can tighten them down with these straps. Really good feature. One of the changes they made on their frame, now on the K3 they're using a titanium frame, which is a little bit more lightweight than their previous frame, and it's got a little bit more of a curve to it, I believe, than what the K2 did. Really comfortable. I like this frame because with that curve in it, it allows a little bit of airflow. So a lot of times when you're hiking, your sweat builds up right around your back, and the more air you can get through there, the better off you are. So one of the other things I really like about this new design is they've integrated their water bladder holder with a zipper, so you have access, and it gives you another little pocket there for storage. I keep a water bladder in mine, not so much during deer season. I usually use the water bladder during turkey season, or when I'm doing western hunts. I like to have water, and then I'll carry a Nalgene bottle for my extended western hunts. I carry it here in the side bag to put in some type of electrolyte replenishment drink. And also in mine, I have my in this water bladder holder, I keep my my field kit, my first aid kit. Keep my first aid, a little blowout kit I like to carry, because you never know if things can go south, and if you're hunting deep and hunting alone, I have a tourniquet in there and some other quick clot and things like that in case I get injured. And if you're 3-4 miles in a remote area or even further, first aid is really, should be of utmost importance. Some other features I've always liked about the Exo Mountain packs. I'm a huge fan of a roll top bag, because that allows me to be able to stuff all my stuff in here, and then I can, extend it out a little bit if I need to, if I need more room. But then you just roll it down tight, depending on how much you have in there, in clips. I'm not a huge fan of zippers. I think zippers make a lot of noise. A lot of times with zippers, it allows water to go through a little bit easier, depending on how the zipper's configured. If they're usually taped seams, it's not that big of a deal, but I just feel it's just more efficient and compact with a roll top. One other thing I really like about the Exo packs is they have these side pouches that run down, this round cylinder shape. For whitetail hunting, I always keep one hiking stick in there. I only use it if I'm doing a pack out. If I get my weight up, hiking sticks really work if you have a heavy load to help you to balance yourself a lot better, especially on your downhills. And if you've never used a hiking stick, they're really allow you to be a lot more efficient when you're walking, because essentially, you've got 4 points of contact as you're moving up if you're using 4, but I typically just carry one with me for whitetail hunts. But when I'm out west, I always, or Alaska or somewhere like that, I always carry 2. Also, if you're a western hunter, you can slide your tripod for your spotting scope down in one, and you can slide your spotting scope down in another. So, obviously you can put other types of stuff in there. I always keep if I have it in there now, no I don't. I also keep my water filtration system in here just in case, I need to filter water while I'm out in the field. So you have your external straps here. If you want to attach anything, like your bow, gun, anything like that on the outside. If I'm carrying a rifle, I usually will stick it down in these side pockets. I'll stick the butt down there and strap it onto the side if I'm carrying a rifle. When I'm packing in, like on a western hunt, and I'm packing into a spike camp that we're setting up, I shoot traditional bows, usually a 2 or 3 piece for my hunts where I travel, and I'll break my bow down too and slide it in here or strap it to the outside just to keep, if I have to go through some brush and stuff, it's out of the way. And so you can, use this, or you can use the sides. Another thing they did with this pack over the K2s and the K2 bags is, at one time, they just had one side zipper to be able to access your internal items. Well, what they did with these newer ones is you have, a full zip. And when you open this zipper up, they also added some more storage in here. So if you want to keep, you can put like a mini kill kit in here, with your knife and paracord or some stuff that you may need to get to, a headlamp, anything like that, you can stash in here. License, car keys. That's a cool little feature they added. It holds all my stuff pretty well. I usually just carry a puffy. puffy pants, puffy jacket when it starts getting cooler. I always keep, you know, my rain gear in my pack just in case, and I'll keep, you know, a bag with a bunch of little, like, you know, I have a knife, I have stuff to, you know, work on my bow, I have paracord, an extra headlamp I keep in these little bags, whatever type of extra stuff you may need. Something to start a fire with, I always keep in there as well. And then I have my, well, that's my wiggy waders. I needed those for a turkey hunt recently, so I had to cross a stream. And there's my water filter kit. It actually goes on this side. I like using this MSR water filter kit. If you guys are, what I like about it, if you used MSR bladders, you can screw it right into the pump, so you can be essentially hands-free with holding the bag and you just pump it. But you know, you get like 5,000 gallons out of this filter they use with these, and also it has like a little cleaning kit. If it ever does stop up, you just take the filter. It's a ceramic filter. You take it out and just clean it up, and you're good to go. Very, very reliable piece of gear there. And also on the outside here, you have a little storage compartment. I usually keep a layer in here for during deer season, or you know, even, you know, hunting elk or anything like that. I'll keep like an outer layer in here. If it's been raining off and on, I'll slide my raincoat in there. Right now I have my dude wipes and some extra food, stuff like that. That's a nice, just a little bag, you know, easy access when you slide your pack off. And they come with two side bags that are fairly deep. I mean, it's easily incorporate a Nalgene bottle, you know, anything you want to put in these, just extra storage. You can also put a puffy in here. It fits fine. I've done that before. Extra food. I'll put food in there, like Cliff Bars or something like that. That works out very well. They did change the cut on these. They put a more angled cut on them. The original ones was more of a straight cut, and it made it a little bit harder to access your Nalgene bottle with your pack on. So that's really helped out a lot. But you know, one thing I've ran into with some packs that have these external side pouches that you can put in a Nalgene bottle or something is that if they're a little too tight and not big enough, I have had my Nalgene bottle come out when I've been hiking, which is not cool. So having this deep one, it does not go anywhere. It sticks in there fine. And they also have a little extra little pouch here on the lid. So I keep my license in there, and I'll put my car keys in that pouch, and that way it's just always there. But it's a nice little feature. The one thing I really enjoy about Exo's packs is they pretty much come hunt ready. You don't have to buy, you know, an accessory lid to go with it. You don't have to, you know, add additional pouches to have more storage. Like, you know, they essentially come, you know, out of the box ready to go hunting. And you know, that's the motto that we have at Timber Ninja, is we really like all of our gear to come out of the box for a person to be ready to go hunt with. And you know, Exo does that, and you know, all their products are made in the United States. Really good company. I think this pack here, how it sits, is around $650 or somewhere in that ballpark. But you can go on their website, check that out. You know, give it Mark and Steve and those guys a call over there. But these packs ride very well. I've had this pack. I bought this pack this year in January, and I put, I don't know, a few hundred miles in it with on my back. I've been packed in a few times to camp this year already, and it really rides good. One of the problems I had with my pack previously, the K2, is I had a tendency for my my waist belt to come up, start to loosen up a little bit when I had heavier loads. You know, something 60 to 80 to 100 pounds, I had that happen. I have not had that happen. You know, the heaviest load I've had in this, I believe, was a training pack, and I put 70 pounds in it, and I haven't had any issues with the waist belt coming loose or anything like that. The only accessory that I have purchased for this is I did buy one waist belt pouch, which I usually keep, you know, if I'm turkey hunting or elk hunting or something like that, I'll keep my diaphragm calls in there. You know, some extra food or some type of goos or gels, I'll slide in there. Gloves, my headlamp, I'll take off and put in there. And also have some shells. I've been looking for those. Face paint. You want to look like a wrestler while you're out in the field. But yeah, that's my pack and how I'm using it this year. We'll be doing a few more videos talking about some new gear that we're using this year. Not really making much changes to what I used last year. I'm pretty minimalist, and I like, if something works, I just kind of stick with it. But if you have any questions about how we use our stuff, or any questions about this pack and what I think about it, feel free to reach out to us on social media at Timber Ninja Outdoors on YouTube, Instagram, or you can message us through our website. Our contact information is on there, or just shoot us an email at info@timberninjaoutdoors.com. Thanks for watching the video, and hope you guys have a successful season.